Welcome back to day 3 of the Filmoholic Awards. This is our annual award show where we take the best of everything that came out last year and put it down into our categories. This is pretty much like our Oscar show, but what we think should have been nominated. So today we're going to be talking about director and cinematography. We had a lot of nominees this year, a lot of good options. So let's go ahead and kick off with Best Cinematography. Our nominees are Mank, Pieces of a Woman, Minari, Malcolm and Marie, and Nomadland. All of these films were, which I haven't seen Minari, but I mean I haven't seen the trailers and stuff. They were all very beautiful to look at, shot very well, unique. They all stood out to us. And like I said, I haven't seen Minari. That's the only one that wasn't on my personal list. I think I had Invisible Man on mine. But what do you have to say about these nominees?
Well, it's the best part of Mank was the cinematography.
Absolutely. Like I wasn't a fan of Mank, as you can see. You weren't either. The rest of our nominees, but that was a beautiful film to look at. Just even the production design is too. We're not doing those categories, but production design, everything from a technical aspect was really well in that film. Malcolm and Marie. There's another film that was like, when I went into it, I was like, why is it shot in black and white? And personally, still like I wouldn't have done it in black and white, but it really, really shined when you watched it. Nomadland.
Incredible.
Yeah, I just can't imagine it being shot any differently. Imagine those wide shots of all the land and whatnot.
Which that's how
changing that up.
It was in her other two movies, which I don't. You're not going to get that in the Eternals.
I don't know. I've been reading articles about that.
About cinematography?
Yeah, how it's going to be like that for Eternals.
Maybe.
Because how she wanted a lot of on location shots.
Yeah.
Feige helped make that happen for her. How they were shooting one thing that was just like a sunset for the film and whatnot. It was, I think they described it. One thing was like hazy. So I'm looking forward to it.
Like Pieces of a Woman felt like a lot like Marriage Story to me with the cinematography. This is what it reminded me of.
It definitely felt like the overall feel of that movie, which was cold, depressing.
Yeah, it was not a fun watch.
What about Minari? Because I didn't watch that one. Describe that cinematography too.
A lot like Nomadland, a lot of open space because it takes place. I think it was filmed in Oklahoma, but it took place in Arkansas, or vice versa. I can't remember. But it's a lot of like landscape shots because he buys like a big piece of land to farm, so you get a lot of that here and there.
Well, it's also an A24 film, and
it is.
A lot of their films are very well shot. They're all smaller films, all more indie type productions, and they let the artists really do what they want with it. I feel like, you look at some of the other A24 films that have stood out in the past. You get The Lighthouse,
Midsommar, which I didn't really care.
Hereditary.
Had some good cinematography.
The Witch. Which one did you say?
Spring Breakers. I said First Reformed.
Yeah, First Reformed was fantastic cinematography. Spring Breakers.
I thought Waves had pretty good cinematography.
Yeah.
Yeah, they give
Ex Machina.
Huge amount of creative freedom.
Yeah, they do a great job. It's like always, in past years too, that we haven't got an A24 film through it. I'm glad like they're recognizing them, or we are actually, but the Oscars too. They did nominate. Was it The Lighthouse?
They gave Minari a lot of nominations. Not about photography, but I mean, it got a picture and director nomination.
Yeah,
it won supporting actress.
And then moving on to Best Director.
Do you want to get my first cinematography?
Oh, go ahead and announce the winner of cinematography. Yeah.
Cinematography winner is Malcolm and Marie.
Yes.
Which was your first and my second.
Yeah. What was your first? Curious. Nomadland?
Nomadland, yeah. It was just incredible. I don't know, maybe it's an artistic choice, but like I think I would prefer like cinematography on Malcolm more if it had been in color. Like some of those shots, especially like outside. It would have been the same shot, but like I say, get a better idea of what the landscape would have been looking like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not one who is a huge fan of the black and white thing. If it's not supposed to be based, like, even if it's supposed to be based in the past, like black and white is not. Some people really like it. They keep releasing stuff like whether it be Logan or Mad Max or now Justice League, and they're like releasing it black and white.
Well, Mad Max he just filmed it like that. I think I watched Logan in black and white, and it didn't. I don't know. I'd already seen it in color, so maybe that was why. So, and it wasn't shot to be in black and white. I guess
it's just not for me. Yeah, I mean, if it's shot to be in black and white and that's what you're going for, whether it be like Mank, I mean, obviously the Lighthouse, I wouldn't want to. That was perfect for black and white. But these other films, like Mad Max, take that for an example.
One of the best things about it was the color. So
the which one?
Mad Max.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of that film, but the cinematography and the color of those scenes, you're just taking that away just to have the black and white. I don't know, and that's kind of what I was cautious about going into Malcolm and Marie, but I was really impressed with the use of that in the film. Obviously you get the poster, but almost every scene feels like it could be a still, and you could just look at it with it just being those two people, just because of how well it was shot. So yeah, beautiful film to look at. And then we move on to Best Director. The nominees for Best Director of this year are Sam Levinson for Malcolm and Marie, Lee Isaac Chung for Minari, Chloe Zhao for Nomadland, Regina King for One Night in Miami, and Aaron Sorkin for The Trial of Chicago 7. So that's a pretty stacked list there. Like I said, the only one that I haven't seen is Minari, but I imagine it is impressive. I do want to check it out. A24 doesn't typically let me down.
Watch those other 20.
No. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot on there that's strong. What's your thoughts?
Like Aaron Sorkin, Regina King, and Sam Levinson were snubbed at the actual Academy.
Yeah.
Which Malcolm and Marie, wasn't nominated at all. So
that whole it just amazes me that whole movie was just snubbed. And I think I want to say part of it's like the thing I was talking about earlier in one of our past videos this week. Was the fact that it's not a 2020 film. It is a 2021 film. So maybe people weren't looking at that. I think that was a big thing. And I think also it's always about campaigning. It's always about what studios push. And Netflix, obviously, they pushed other films. They pushed The Trial of Chicago 7. They didn't push Pieces of a Woman. They didn't push Malcolm and Marie. I think they had something else in the Oscars.
Pieces of a Woman wasn't pushed for other reasons.
For Shia.
I think it would have got a lot more nominations if it weren't for that. But yeah, they just didn't push Malcolm and Marie at all. They were just like, we're going to give this to Sam Levinson. It'll get some viewers, people who like Euphoria and these actors, but that's all you get.
Which is, I don't know, just really strange. And maybe it's because it's a smaller film and it was filmed during COVID that they didn't think that it would be as good or have a chance. But I mean, back when it came out, I know like people were talking about it more right before it came out of it having possible nominations, and then actually came out, and I was blown away. And then people just weren't talking about it anymore.
Like I say, Aaron Sorkin wasn't nominated.
And this is the Aaron Sorkin's second film I
Yep.
believe, as a director. And he's done a good job both times. Regina King's first time as a director, I think, for a theatrical release film. Um, so that was a standout to me. Uh, Kind of knocking it out of the park there with her first one. Sam Levinson, who I haven't seen, I haven't seen Euphoria, so now I do want to see it because of how good this film was and how well it was directed. Um, and I don't know.
His other movie I saw was on Hulu, but I don't know how good it is. That Assassination Nation.
Yeah,
I might watch it, but it's
I've heard good things about that actually. I remember when I was working at the theater. I didn't know he directed that, but people that did go see it, not many, but people that did go see it enjoyed it. So
yeah.
I
I
didn't know
know.
that.
I don't think he directed all the episodes of Euphoria, but I know he did those two, like in between short episodes between season 1 and 2.
And he's the creator of the show, isn't
Yeah,
he? Okay.
but I mean, I want to check out all that since it's streaming. Um, Leah
And
Young, wonder if he'll work with A24 again. Wouldn't mind.
And with Nomadland, like that's not a film that I loved overall. It's a good film. Um, I had certain issues with it, but the things that I did not have any issue over were the directing and the cinematography. Those were the best parts of the film for me.
Yeah.
Um, so, you want to announce the winner there?
The winner and the well deserved is Chloe Zhao for Nomadland. Um, this was my top choice. I think your third.
Yes, I believe so. She was near the top, and I think I moved her up some here
Second.
recently.
Second, she.
Yeah, yeah, I think she was second. She was lower before, and the more I was thinking about it, it was just judging off of her directing and not the film overall, and so she moved up for me in terms of that. Um,
Because she's quickly becoming one of my favorite directors working. Um, as of right now, I'm excited for whatever she puts out.
and this is her third film.
Yes.
All right,
Which,
and we
like,
have
I think you're going to feel about the same with all her movies so far. I think you'll like the directing and cinematography, but they'll be about 3.5
which will be
stars.
really interesting with Eternals, which will be her next film. Her fourth film comes out in November as of right now, um, because she's writing that as well. So
Yep.
I'm cautious about that, but it is a Marvel film. So I don't know. Like I know the Nomadland and the writer um, were both more like real.
Yeah.
So I don't know how this is going to be for her.
Yeah. Like I say, I'm excited for whatever she puts out. That's why it's my most anticipated Marvel movie, like this year, because I love her directing. So,
And we know the trailer too. It's like I can't imagine what we're going to get.
which I thought we would get one soon with everything that's coming out.
Well, there's
But
rumors that Spider-Man trailer is going to come in June. So
I don't care. But yeah, I'm glad that well deserved Best Director win.
all right, guys. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel. Check out our other videos of the Filmoholic Awards. We have 2 more days of this. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about Best Actor and Best Actress, and then on Friday we're going to be talking about Best Picture. We'll see you guys next time.